Welcome to the Daily Beauty Story. My name is Amanda Hall, and this particular beauty story is where I try all things new. Whether they're new releases or new to me, this is where I give my first impressions, and boy, do we have a lot of new today. I have some new Colourpop, some new L'Oreal, some new Nyx face stuff. I've got the whole new line of Covergirl, from contour to blush to highlighter. I have the new Rimmel concealer. I have trying some new eye stuff, mascara. So I'm excited to try that. I've got the new Revlon Glimmer in a different shade now. I've got their lip balm, and then I'm trying a new color in the NYX lip liner. And then y'all know I am an eyeshadow girly. And when I walked by this in Walmart, I stopped dead in my tracks. So I am so excited to try this Profusion Twilight Hour eyeshadow palette. I mean, just look at those colors. I am going to have so much fun creating look after look in this. So stay tuned for future beauty stories that feature this eyeshadow palette, because we're gonna put it through its paces. So let's create a beauty story. We're gonna start off with the new Colourpop Primer. And let's see, it's a setup primer. It's got peptides, niacinamide, and hyaluronic acid. So this should be really good for us dry skin girlies. It says it extends makeup wear and it is smoothing, which is good if you have some pores. A weightless cream gel primer that instantly hydrates skin, extends makeup wear, and helps blur pores and control shine all day for an airbrush finish. Okay, includes peptides, niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, which I just read. How to use: smooth a pearl size amount onto moisturized skin with fingertips. Follow with pretty fresh foundation or tinted moisturizer. I don't have either of those today because we are going to try the L'Oreal. Actually, we're going to start off with the NYX Buttermelt, so we'll see how this all goes. But I really do. Colourpop is one of my all-time, probably #1 brand of eyeshadows that I just love. And there are some of their products, like their Pretty Fresh concealers, are my all-time holy grail status concealers. So I am a big fan of Colourpop. I did order their new palette. However, their offices or their were affected by the fires, and so their shipping is having a little bit of a delay. But I will be super excited once I get their Valentine's palette in, because it looks just gorgeous. Let's see. I'm trying to get this little silver cover thing off. They just don't make these easy to get off. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we're just gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand so you can see how it comes out. Okay, so I'm just gonna take it off my back of my hand. I'm just gonna rub it in. Okay, so it does feel cooling, which is interesting, which is nice. It definitely feels soothing. And we'll see how smoothing it is. But it does feel nice. It glides on really nice. Y'all know I'm not a huge primer girl, but I wanted to give this a try since it is Colourpop, and I really do like their line. Okay, so far that's interesting. It looks like it's smooth. Let me look in my 10 times magnifying mirror and see. It does look like it filled in some of the pores. It is more that silicone-y texture, like it's an emollient texture. At least that's how it feels to me. So I think that if you have pores, this might do a good job of filling that in. Okay, so we're gonna try this NYX Buttermelt Glaze Soft Glow Skin Tint. And I have color number 3, Cashew Butter. And let's see, this does have a sunscreen. Let me see if I can get to the part where it talks about if it has any claims on it. It doesn't look like I can see anything. It's got 93% skincare formula with niacinamide mango and shea butter. I haven't watched a lot of reviews on this. Go ahead and just give it a little shake just in case. Oh, okay, so it's got a nice little dropper point on it. So we'll just get this, just put a little drop on it and we'll rub it in and see what it looks like. Okay. It's probably gonna be a little light for me, but we will see. That feels nice. I think what I'm gonna do is just put some on the back of my hand and then use my foundation brush to kind of put that in. So we'll start with that much and then we'll just use my foundation brush to, okay, so there's the color. Okay, so I don't think I'm gonna use the L'Oreal today because this is probably gonna give me a decent coverage. Maybe as we go more. One of the things that I'm going to start to try to do, I should have put on my concealer. We'll put that on. I get so excited to try things. I get everything out of order. Is I'm going to try to go less around my my problem area around my chin and this particular area. Try to put less down there because I feel like I've been having an issue with things being more cakey recently, and I just want to be a little more careful in that area so that I'm not applying a ton of product there and giving it a good. Now I do have deep wrinkles right there. You know, this will be a PSA for those of us who have smoked in the past or who like to drink with straws. Those lines are from the puckering motion of a cigarette or a straw. And I mean, I haven't smoked in 25 years, but I did. And I do like to drink from straws, although I've switched to not drinking with straws, but I do have lots of wrinkling around my mouth area. So that actually, for a skin tint, did a pretty decent job of coverage. I probably could go in and apply another coat, but I'm gonna just leave it as is for right now and see how this holds up. Let's go ahead and try this Rimmel concealer, and I may go back and just touch up a little bit. I got so excited. This is the Multitasker concealer, and this is a full coverage concealer, and I got the color, gosh, they make these so small, 030 Light. I probably should have gotten a darker color, but I always get scared getting a darker color. I do prefer more brightening under my eyes. So we'll see. Okay, so this is one of those larger doe foot applicators. So I have just been putting concealer just right in just the corners of my eye and blending it outwards because of all the fine line and wrinkling I have on the outer edges of my eyes. And so I just like to start heavier in here where I need more coverage and then work lighter out here. And this is definitely going to be a brightening color for me versus a skin matching tone. So far it feels really nice, and it's actually doing a pretty good job of covering up my dark circles. I would say that this is probably a medium to full coverage, maybe full coverage. You know, sometimes I just don't know. I am not a massive expert when it comes to coverages and that type of thing. I just know what I experience. And this definitely is it feels more, it has a little more heaviness to it. It's not as light as some of my other formulas. So maybe that's, you know, fuller coverage, meaning it is a little heavier. And it does cover really well. So I would say I agree that this is a full coverage concealer. We'll see how it works under these very dry under eyes, but there is the concealer. So do you like to purchase things when they come out? I recently saw a video by one of my favorite creators in the makeup space, and that's Jen Phelps. And she did a 10 things she won't be doing and won't be purchasing in 2025. One of those was that skin tint that I just tried. So if you don't follow her, I would recommend you follow her. She does an amazing job. She is by far my favorite makeup space creator for women over 40. She does such a great job. Okay, so that's looking pretty good so far. Let me do 10 times. It's always interesting looking in 10 times. Okay, it's looking pretty good. I do have some creasing. If you are a creasing girl, you may want to try to put some powder on. I want to see how this works without powdering it, but I may try this some more with some under eye setting powders just to see how it works. So most of this stuff will be featured in daily beauty stories going forward. So now let's play with the new Covergirl. This is the Covergirl True Blend Skin Enhancer. This is the Contour Balm. And then I have the Covergirl Blush Balm, Skin Enhancer Blush Balm. And let's see, the color I have in the bronzer is Defined. So we'll start with that. So I don't see any other claims on this. Let me just go ahead and, ooh, it's definitely more of a contour color, which is what I was kind of hoping for. But here is, it's really pretty packaging. It's just really pretty. So let's put this on the back of my hand. Okay, definitely going to be more of a contour color. You can see that. Which is great because that's what I actually prefer, which is why I ordered this particular color, because I thought it might be more like that. And since we're doing a really glam look, a good contour is always one of my favorite things. So is there anything that you have sworn off of for 2025? I don't know that I've sworn off anything. I just want to, okay, I will say this. I am focusing on products that I will use. If they are good products, I'm focusing on products that I will actually add to my collection, if they are a good quality product. Now, I do try lots of products and not all of them are great, and don't make it into my everyday makeup collection, but that's what I'm hunting for. So you're gonna see here color palettes that I like this Twilight Hour palette is just right up my alley with the jewel toned eyeshadow colors. And so I'm excited. So you'll see a lot of jewel tones, purples. I'm not a big neutral girly. I like to be glam. I like to play with color. I like to have fun with my makeup. If you saw any, one of my beauty stories earlier, a couple days ago, I was really struggling. I woke up just, I just was sad. I didn't feel great. And it was definitely all more emotional than it was, you know, I was coming down with anything. But for me, coming into my beauty room where I have, you know, all of my wardrobe and everything, coming in here, I feel inspired. And so some of those days where I really struggle, sometimes just come sit in here to start to feel better. And usually creating a beauty story and playing with makeup really kind of pulls me out of my funk. And so I love this. I love coming and playing and trying and experimenting. And so this, I would say, is disappearing a little bit on my skin. Maybe this is too dense of a brush, but it kind of seems like it disappeared a little bit. But we'll see. I mean, it probably looks to you like it's still there. It just looks a little bit to me. And it could be these really bright lights that I'm under. Looks like maybe it washed away a little bit. So we'll keep playing with that. Okay, moving on to the blush, the CoverGirl True Skin Enhancer Blush Balm. And I got the color Sweet Violet. And let's see here. It is definitely a purple color. Swatch it on the back of my hand. Ooh, wow, that is pretty. Now these are balms, so they are going to blend pretty well, but here is that color. So here I blended it out. So there's that, and then I blended it out. That looks like it's going to be a really pretty color. My experience with my skin tone being an olive, cool tone skin, I find that warms look very orange on me and pinks can look pretty, but I find that these more purple lilac colors really do just bring out my skin tone. So let's see here. I think because I'm just gonna do like a little like that, and then I'm gonna use my blush brush and we'll just tap this in. Sorry, shaking the table here. Okay. This is not normally how I like to put on my blush. I like to use the brush straight to the product, but I wanted to see, I was a little concerned since okay, that has got a good pigmentation to it. You guys can run it over here just to kind of give it to blend it in here. But that's got a nice balm blush glow. Looks natural. That's a really pretty color. I'm really impressed with that. That's nice. That didn't seem to fade away too much. Now we also have the Skin Enhancer Pearl Highlighter Balm, and I got the color Rose Beam. Now I have been in love with the new Lumi Glaze highlighter. That has been amazing. So let's see here. Here is the color. Looks very similar in color to the Lumi, but I see that on my hand there. It's pretty. It's pretty. And you know, there's a lot of more mature women who don't like to wear highlighter, especially really glittery highlighter, because it does tend to enhance texture on your skin. But I just love that little extra glow, and I am not that girl who, I have wrinkles and it is what it is, and so I'm okay with that. This is a little more subdued than the Lumi Glaze, but it's still pretty. It's just, if you're looking for that more natural glow on your cheeks, I would say that this is probably going to work best for you. I like a little more shine, a little more highlight, and it does leave a nice natural glow on there. But I would say that the L'Oreal is a little bit more my speed when it comes to a highlighter. So, so far, nice. I would have to say this is probably by far one of my favorites while we are playing. And let's see here. What are we doing next? We are going to move on to the eyebrows. And I have this LA Colors, which I picked up at Walmart. Browy Wowie Skinny Brow Pencil. And I picked up the color medium brown, skinny tip for precise strokes. It says, apply a brow pencil to fill in sparse areas, add definition, use spoolie to blend the color and groom the brows. So let's get this open. I think it's just like $3. And I got this at Walmart. They also sell this brand at the Dollar Tree, but you just don't have quite as big a selection, which I like selection. All right, so let's see here. Oh, let's see the color here. Break the seal a little bit. Okay. So I put more on there, but that was the first pass. So it's pretty warm, but I think if you build it up, it'll start to cool down a little bit. So let's get these brows on. This usually for me is, yeah, it's really starting to settle in that NYX into my, really into my fine lines and wrinkles there. Which that doesn't make me super happy, but I expect it. So, but the brows always take me the longest to apply. Sometimes the eyeshadow does if they're harder to blend, but because I have to do some extra work to really get my brows where I like them, I find that this is what takes the longest. So I know I kind of got off track there. So are there any products or any type of products that you won't be purchasing in 2025? I thought that was a great idea. And I definitely have moved into the direction of I'm gonna buy things that really fit with who I am and what I love. I want to show you new things, and there will be times where I will get more neutral, but everything I'm going to try to go is cool toned and more in my wheelhouse of colors and things. If I'm going to invest the money, I want to have things that I like and that are going to work best for me, and hope that it either inspires you or helps you if you're anything like me. I know a cool toned olive is more rare than a warm tone olive. If you're a warm tone olive, there is a great content creator here in the makeup space. Her name is Alex Anele, I believe is how you pronounce it. And she has a warm tone olive skin. She's younger, but I like the fact that she has an olive skin. So she struggles like I do to find products that work for her skin tone. Luckily there have been companies that have created or have attempted to create a olive toned foundation. One in the high end I know is Smashbox. And then a few of the lower end ones is like the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I really like that product. I'm looking up at my foundations up there. The other one is the About Face. Their Perfector. They have an olive color, which is worked very nice for me. And it's probably one of my foundations that I really, really like. Okay, this one on nice. Will it make its way up into Holy Grail status? We'll see. I don't think so. But then now let's try the L'Oreal Infallible Brows. Wears up to 24 hours, ladies. A lot of these products, like even the mascara I'm gonna put on, says it's 24-hour wear. Please don't wear your makeup for 24 hours. I mean, I can understand if you're out late and you're having fun and you don't, you know, you go to bed with your makeup on because you're just too tired after a fun night. I get that. But you really don't want, especially us mature girlies, don't want to sleep with our makeup on. It just doesn't help our skin, especially even a dry skin or an oily skin. Either way, you're covering up stuff that probably doesn't need to be covered. Oh, interesting. This has, I hope you can see that, but it's got a little bit of a raised curve to it. That's interesting. Did I say what color I got in this? I got the soft black. So, okay, so here we go. The one side, this is almost like a mascara. The bottom side is flat, and then you have the brush through side. So this is more along that laminate brow type of product. And I'm just gonna kind of lay down some of the product. The problem with that is if you have skinny brows like I do, that is gonna be a little more challenging. I'm just gonna brush through here. Okay, well, I think if you have very well-formed brows and you are, and you don't have to draw in kind of like I do, or if you have a fluffier brow, this might be a great product for you, but you can see it's kind of messy. I've got a dot here I gotta clean up. Yeah. Interesting concept, execution. I'm gonna play with it a little bit more. We'll see. That's not my most favorite product in the world. I'm gonna actually go back to the spoolie in my pencil and just try to brush this through a little bit just to see if I can get it a little more evenly placed. I mean, the hold on it looks like it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna hold really well. It just is not my favorite application. So we'll see. Once I go finish getting ready, I'll give you my final thoughts on that. Okay, the thing I am most excited about is this palette. The Twilight Hour palette by Profusion. It's a 21 shade palette and it doesn't really say anything on here. It's vegan and cruelty free, infused with vitamin E. It's talc free and paraben free. And the packaging, the packaging is made from recycled materials. So there's matte, metallics, and mousse. And on the back, it shows what's what by the initials on there, but I'm not going to be turning over the back. So let me see here. Let's get this opened. I think I can get this open. Ooh. So I finally got the tape off. Now let's get into this palette. Oh my goodness, you guys, look at that. Look at that. Oh boy, I can't wait to create some spectacular eye looks with this. But because I am a lavender girly, we're gonna go into the lavender. So let's see here. I'm gonna start in my crease actually with just a very neutral color. I think I'm gonna go in with this color, which is Dawn. This color right here, Dawn. That looks really, really pretty. Okay, so we're gonna use my Sigma brushes, which is what I use all the time. Let's see here, so let's go in with Dawn. Okay, so there's a little bit of kickback. Switch my mirror back around. I like to go up higher on my brow bone because I have deep set eyes. And so using the real estate I have up here helps me lift my eyes a little bit and gives me opportunity to fill in some of this real estate with just a more neutral color. And then I build off of that. This has a pretty good pigment. I mean, I've tapped back in twice on the first eye. And then I'll probably go one more time with this one. Yeah, that's a pretty nice pigment. Okay, now what are we gonna play with? We're going smoky. So I'm gonna go with this outer corner color, which is, well, kind of my outer corner, which is dusk, this lavender color right here. We're gonna go in with that. Now, usually this is where you can run into some problems with these darker colors, not only in drugstores, but in high end. The darker matte colors most of the time blend fairly reasonably, but let's see here. Let's tap off that, and we'll start on the outer corner here. Okay, I was a little hesitant to go in too heavy because I was worried about maybe what the pigment would be, but let me go in a little heavier. Oh yeah, this is nice. This is a pretty lavender color. Oh, yay. Yay, yay, yay. This is definitely, this is blending amazing. Wow. I will say this is blending much easier and better than the Natasha Denona Roxa palette that I've been trying, which is pretty disappointing when you spend $70 on an eyeshadow palette and you want it to work and it doesn't work. It's so disappointing. But look at that blend. Look at that, just look how easy that is just going on. Wow. Wow. I'm blown away. Yay! I love when I find something like this. I believe this is like $9.98, $10, like 21 shades for $10. Like, wow. So I'm really, 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 really excited about this. Woo. Let's see here. Oh boy, it's gonna be fun to play with this. I think I'm gonna go in with the color, oops, sorry. I'm gonna go in with the color Twilight and just pack a little bit of that on the outer corner. It is more of a shimmer shade, but I'm gonna use that on the outer corner. And just to kind of see what this looks like, I'm just gonna use a brush. Okay, not as much kickback on that. Okay, ooh, wow. You see that? It's a little pinker than I thought it would be. Okay, yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna get the lower lash line. I'm just gonna get this stuff on first. And then I just wanted to add a little bit of shimmer out here because I like that. And I wanted to see what this color looked like. That's pretty. Okay, now let me see here. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna try this one. Let's see what this, okay, so this must be one of the moussey ones. Take this eyeliner off the back of my hand. Okay, so, oh, ooh, wow. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna show you guys. Hold on. Okay, all right. Let's see. I'm gonna try this other pink one here and see what this looks, because I think I might want to try this in my brow bone. Okay, yeah. All right. So this is the color. Let me put my glasses on so I can read this to you. Okay. All right, so this is the color Solstice, and this is one of their Moussey formulas. This color is the Violet Hour. So it's a little more like shifty, more taupey, shifty pink. And then this one is the Afterglow, which is that pink that's up in the very corner, which I'll probably use in my brow bone. But let's see here. What do I want to wear on my... Well, let's see. We're going to go with that smoky kind of look. So I'm going to use the Violet Hour on my lid. Wiping this off here. And I'm just going to go in with my fingers. Get those. I mean, I just am so impressed so far. How I laugh when I get excited about something. So I'm going to go in with this one right here. And we're going to use that. It's interesting how that shift came up. Use my pinky. And we're just going to... Oh, wow. Okay. I am not mad at that. Mm-hmm. These are so smooth. Like they're not chunky at all. Wow. Oh, that one went on a lot darker. I must have got more product on that one. Well, else we're gonna even it out here. Even it out a little bit here. Okay. Wow, that is definitely going smoky. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see here. I think I am going to add, let's see, I'm gonna do the Afterglow kind of in the center just to see how this brightens up the eye. And then I'll probably use the Afterglow in my inner corner and my brow bone. But let's just play with this on the lid as well and see if we can get this to give us a little bit more sparkle. Wow, look at that. Like, do you see the sparkle that added? Oh, I hope you can see that. Wow. I'm just kind of putting it right here in the center. My goodness, that is so pretty. I hope you can see that. It just, wow. It just gives that little pop of sparkle. I know. I know. I get this excited about makeup. I know it is a little bizarre, but I just love it. It's so much fun to play with. Let's go in. I'm going to use that color again. And I said that was the color Afterglow. So we're just going to go up in the brow bone with this. Oh, there's no... Just go on the brow bone. Oh yeah, so pretty. So pretty. Oh, I cannot wait to play with these other colors. You guys will probably laugh because I'll probably do matchy-matchy. I'll do a blue, like this blue tone palette with some blue outfit, some new blue things I got in my wardrobe to, you know, have some fun. So I'm excited about that. All right, let me finish this off. I get talking and finish getting this on here. And then we'll do the lower lash line. So bring this in. It's not as brightening because it is more of a pink shade, but it does do a little bit of brightening, which is nice. It's not overly bright for your inner corner. But I just, ooh, I love when a plan comes together. And I've actually had this sitting, like the self-discipline and control I've had to have. I picked this up like a week and a half ago, and I knew I wanted to use this palette in this video, trying all these other new things, and it killed me not to play with this. It killed me. All right, so I think we're gonna go with the, we really wanna make this smoky. Yeah, I actually think I'm gonna go in and use a mix of these two. The one I used in the brow bone and the one I used in the outer corner underneath. Let's see, I'll switch. I'll start with the one I used on my brow bone and just get a base down. I'm using a smaller point tip for putting this on. And then we'll just darken it up with this, the darker color. Just kind of on this outer corner. Just blending it in. Wow. I haven't tried a lot of Profusion eyeshadows. I've seen other people try them. I've tried them like a really long time ago, but wow. If I see another palette that has got this type of story to it, woof, boy, we're gonna have some fun. Okay, so there so far is the eye look. I hope you can see that. It is just so gorgeous. Now I'm going to tightline with the NYX. This is new to me. This is the NYX Eye Pencil. This is just their standard pencil in purple. And I'm gonna tightline. I haven't decided if I'm doing lashes yet or not. So we'll just go ahead and tightline with the purple. And then if I do decide to wear lashes after I put on the mascara, I'll use the black to kind of go over, but we'll try to do this. I'm hoping the Panorama, the gold one, is by far one of my favorite mascaras. It seems to do a good job of both lengthening and giving volume. I know I've been trying to curl my eyelashes first because it tends to pick up this pencil, but we'll just go it like that. I'm gonna use my Japanesque eyelash curler. So what do you do to combat the days where you wake up and you maybe just feel a little off? What is it that pulls you out of those days? Now, I used to sit in those days for a really long time. Like, it wouldn't be wouldn't be a day, it would be weeks. And now I have equipped myself better to deal with those times that I struggle with that. And so more so, usually it's a few hours in the morning where I just wake up feeling a little off. Usually I can come into my beauty room and just look around, take a deep breath, put my makeup on, get dressed for the day, and usually that will start to pull me out of my funk and start really doing some of the things that I love to do to move me past that. So I'd be really interested, you would help each other out, which is really what I want us to do for each other, us women who are of a mature age, is to encourage each other. Give suggestions down in the comments below on how you pull yourself out of those meh days that you wake up just feeling a little off. Love to hear what you guys do. I'm always looking for new ways to kind of get myself out of funks. I opened this up, but I did show it earlier. It's the Panorama. It's the black. It says it's 24-hour wear, but like I said before, don't wear it for 24 hours. Up to 24-hour wear that lasts until morning after. Corner to corner panoramic volume. Lashes are so fanned out, your eye looks up to 1.4 times bigger, and lashes look up to 11 times more volumized. The multi-level bristle brush easily grabs each lash from inner to outer corner, allowing for even application from root to tip. Extremely black intensity. Okay, let's see. Well, maybe this will be that good that I won't have to put on falsies today. So let's show you what the applicator looks like. Okay, so let's get this on. These more bristly, rubbery applicators, you just have to be a little more careful when you're going towards your inner, towards your waterline, trying to get product down. Because if you stick yourself, they can get it can give you a little bit of a jolt to try. And let's see here. I'm gonna switch to my big magnifying mirror. Okay. For a first coat, this looks really nice. I'll have to see. Let's see, I'm gonna just do first coat and then go back with a second coat. This might be one I will try in my beauty stories with the lash primer that I've been really liking, the Lash Princess kind of turquoise colored lash primer. I have found that has been doing a really nice job of enhancing my mascaras, which is why I haven't been wearing my false lashes as much. And you'll see a full review when I do my month-end makeup review. I'm excited about that. I tried a lot of products in January. I'm stunned at how many products I tried. With the new year and Christmas and spending some of my Christmas money on that, I did get a lot of stuff. And because I love makeup so much, I invested in a few things. And so you'll have to stay tuned for my reviews on products I tried in January. It should come out the last day of January. And that will be, all for women with mature skin. Of course, I have very dry skin, extremely dry skin. And so my reviews will be based on my skin type and my preferences, but it may help you out if you decide to purchase any of those products. Now, I wanted to let you know that I do list all the products down in the description box below that I try here, whether I like it or don't like it, because maybe it's something that you want to try. Maybe I didn't like it, but maybe you have oilier skin and maybe something that you want to try. So I list everything down below, and just so you know, I do make a very small commission if you use those links below, but if you don't and you find it on your own, I think that is amazing. I encourage that. If you purchase from my links, it just helps me buy more makeup, which is all good. I really just want to encourage women, mature women, to play, to not be afraid to play with color on your eyes, to play with makeup, to create beauty stories that fit the narrative, the story you want to tell for the day, how you want to dress with purpose. It's very intentional. And so I just want to encourage you to, push yourself a little bit, to have some fun. you don't have to be serious. Things don't have to be serious. And when you know who you are, and I think around this age, ladies, we start to kind of really find who we are. I wouldn't say, I think men have more that midlife crisis, like it's a crisis for them. I think we are like that fine wine that just starts to blossom and bloom in our middle age. And so I think that it is just an awesome time for us to explore and play and create and have some fun. And so, wow, I'm really impressed with that mascara. It's very nice. It does a really nice job. So I'm not going to do any falsies today, but for the month of February, my goal is to try some falsies and play with that some more to bring those back. One of the gals at my church, she's like, oh, you have to show me how you put on your lashes when you put on your falsies, because I can never get them on right. So it just comes with practice, and I'm a little out of practice because I have not put on my lashes, I don't think, since the very beginning of January. So playing with mascaras, figuring that out has been fun. Okay, well, I think we're at a stopping point. I am gonna go do my hair and get dressed and come back, and we'll put on the lips and we'll talk about all the products. So I'll see you in a minute. I'm back ready to put on some lips and talk about these products. So first off, we're going to start with this new color I picked up from the NYX matte lip liner, the suede matte lip liner in the color Vintage. It's going to look like a darker neutral color. Oh, wow, that actually came, I actually got a hold of that pretty well. I didn't struggle to take that off. Okay, and then we're gonna try the new Revlon. Let's see, this is the color 005 Glossed Lip Rose is the color on this. And I think that this is more of like a balm. Let's see how I'm gonna get this open. Come on. Okay, let's see. I think I finally got a little bit of the start here. There we go. Pull this off. Okay. And this is the color. I'm not sure about that color. We'll have to see. Here is the lip liner color. And then, now that I have this in the third shade, it's pretty easy to see that I love this new Glimmer Gloss from Revlon as well. And I got it in the lavender color. Okay, let's go ahead and get these lips on. Take my glasses off here. This is actually a pretty color. I was a little worried it might be a little too brown when I was just looking at it just now. I didn't get to test this color because I got this at Target. But that's a pretty color. I haven't used lip liners as much because of the wrinkling around my mouth. I tend to find that the creamier ones will migrate into those lines around my lips. And so I'm not a huge lip liner girl. There are two lip liners that I tried during the month that I really liked that I can't wait to share with you guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little shading here. Just to add a little bit of color, give my lips a little more oomph. So can you believe that January is almost over? That is just crazy for me to think about, that it is almost over. We are 1 month almost into the year of 2025. I don't know about you. Are you used to writing 2025 yet on anything? I know I'm not. Oh, this feels creamy. Ooh, I like that. That feels creamy. I'm not sure I love the color, but it definitely feels creamy. It goes really nice, I think, with this liner and this look. All right, now let's go ahead and put a little bit of sparkle on it because, you know, I can't go without doing a little bit of sparkle. And this lavender color, you know, it isn't highly pigmented, but oh, oh wow. Look at that. That is a pretty lip. All right, let's talk about these products. I think we already know how I feel about one of them. But let's talk about the products. Go ahead and put my glasses back on and we'll talk. Okay, so we started with the Pretty Fresh Set It Up Primer. I'll just have to play with this some more. I don't know that it really did that much for me. So maybe I'll try this a few more times in some of the beauty stories coming up and see how that goes. The NYX Buttermilk Glaze Soft Glow Skin Tint. As I was looking in, obviously I'm in my 10 times mirror. It does look like it is really settling in around my mouth area, but everywhere else it looks okay. I'll just see how it wears through the day, but so far this is probably not my favorite, but I will try it some more. Let's talk about the Rimmel Multitasker Concealer. I think it actually did a pretty nice job under my eyes. I mean, it is settling in, it is creasing a little bit, but I will try it with some powder during the rest of the week beauty stories and see how it looks. But so far, it's not super terrible. And I've tried some ones that are a bit of a struggle. So I'm pleasantly surprised with that. I will keep trying it, but so far that is really good. All right, so let's talk about these new Covergirls. The contour or bronzer, I felt like, at least like on my forehead, I mean, I do see a little bit still on my cheeks, but I feel like it just really blended away. I'll try it with a maybe not so dense of a brush and see how it works. But I was a little disappointed in this. I really liked color, but the performance, just mess so far on that. The blush, ooh, I really like the blush. The blush is really pretty. I think it went on more of a cool toned pink, which sometimes these lavenders can do on my skin tone, which is what I really like about them. Now let's talk about this highlighter. As I look closer in the mirror, it definitely has some glitter particles in it. And I'm not as big of a fan of this particular one as I am of the L'Oreal. This one is nice. It does have a little more glitter than I expected. So I'm not as excited about that. And it doesn't give me quite the punch of like wetness or glow right there in that area. So that one's kind of matte on first impression. Let's talk about the brows. Where did I put my brow pencil? Here, lost on my desk. With all this stuff, where did it go? Let me see, did I put it over here in my bin of, yeah, I did. All right, so let's talk about the eyebrows first. I use the L'Oreal Infallible and the LA Colors pencil. Not the greatest colors for me. The brow pencil went on very nice. It was, you know, creamy enough. It just was just kind of nice. It wasn't spectacular. I mean, for a couple bucks, I wasn't expecting it to be like, wow. But it was nice. They don't have a huge color shade range, so will I probably use this up and play with it some more? Yeah, but it's not something that I'd probably go out and repurchase. This L'Oreal Infallible, although the concept of the brush is really cool, I think that you need to have a bushier eyebrow, have a little more to play with than I do to use this type of a product. I may try it again. I don't know. It seemed very hard to work with for me, especially with my thinner, sparser brows. So this is probably a definite no for me. But if you are someone who has eyebrows that are a little bit fuller, this might be a really fun product. It looks like it's got some decent hold to it. So this might be something that would work for you. Let's just go ahead and talk about the lips. This is a very pretty combination. I probably will see how this, obviously it is a lip balm gloss. It's not going to hold for hours and hours, but I will see how hydrating it feels on my lips throughout the day. But so far, I love this combination with this look. And I am a huge fan of these glitter shimmer lip glosses from Revlon. I mean, I have 3 colors now, so that just tells you how much I really like them. And then let's be honest, the star of the show for me, the mascara. Not too bad. I am definitely going to try it with the Lash Princess and see if I can get a little more va-va-voom with it. But so far, so good. I mean, I liked the gold one of this that comes in this. Again, I won't wear it for 24 hours. But definitely like the look that it gave. And then the star of the show is this eyeshadow palette. And I mentioned it while I was putting it on. I cannot wait to create more eye looks with this. Now, 21 shadows is a lot of shadows, and I get it if you are more of a minimalist makeup girl, but I'm not. I like options, and boy, I cannot wait to play with this palette some more. I think the blendability of these this darker matte color that I tried was spectacular, and by far puts the high-end palette that I have in this kind of same color tone to shame. I would highly recommend, even if you just get it for a few shades, $10 for 21 shades. I am just blown away, and I cannot wait to play with this some more. So you may get sick of seeing it in my daily beauty stories, but it definitely was the star of the show, which is what I had hoped it would be. I had very high hopes for this palette, and it did not disappoint. So here is the final beauty story for today. I will insert a clip in natural light. Every piece of makeup has a purpose. Together, they create a beauty story. With intention and thoughtfulness, you can choose every day to dress with purpose.